Hello and welcome back to Emberclaw, Industrial Dawn, and of course to RimWorld. Where we last left off, we sent this caravan out to mine some more plasteel because we are going to need it today, because the plan for today is to build our ship. Now, in terms of what else is happening, Nanan is currently in a forever sleep due to their mangled scar on their brain, I believe is what's causing it. They don't seem to be getting any better, so that's an issue. We tried building the biosculptor pod, but unfortunately to do a bioregeneration cycle, we will require 2 glitter world medicine. So we're on the lookout for some of that. If it doesn't happen, it should be okay. I mean, they're still managing to control their mechs from their hospital bed, so I am okay with that. Seems to be fine. We also are in the process of upgrading 2 pulse weapons. We only need 2 more, but we'll probably need a couple more for our kids eventually. Actually 3 more because Miranda needs one as well. But we are very close to that stage, so I'm going to continue building the pulse weapons for now. Once everyone is equipped with those, we will start unforbidding things on our ship over here and getting that worked on. We currently have 4,348 steel, 968 plasteel. That's probably what we're going to need more of, but mainly for our advanced components. I believe they take plasteel, right? Yeah, they take 10 each, and we're going to need 78 of them. We currently have 15. We're making them at a decent pace, and we have plenty of uranium. So we're very much on the final stretch. I'm going to let these guys go for a little bit, and we'll probably come back once this group is back at base. So we'll come back in a little bit. Or we'll come back when we get our next mechanoid cluster, which is right this second. What are we dealing with here? This doesn't look too bad. We can pretty well melee block around this thing. EMI dynamo. A massive electromagnetic interference generator. Okay. Interferes with or shuts down electrical devices in nearby regions. That's okay. We have a mechanoid there and there. We have a couple of mini slugger turrets, just the 2, I believe, and then a couple of auto inferno turrets, which I don't love. We also have scorchers, which I absolutely don't like at all. I might go for a mortar raid with this. I think that's probably going to be our safest option. So let's get these guys to be assigned as a force target. And I will probably force that target right in the center of this, or should I force it on this? Let's force it there for now. I think that'll be okay. And then I will grab a Ruben to man that one, Marchment to man that one, and Layfield to man that one. That should be okay. They'll head up on over there. And we should also probably set everyone to be in the safe zone, including our mechanoids, just so that no one wanders over there into the debris. They have now woken up, and it looks like they are coming directly through our base, but that is okay. That's kind of what I wanted. I'll let them go a little bit longer. I will draft up Levi. You can stand in that doorway, and then Medic, Ilarius, and Buns can all be drafted, and you 3 stand right about there. And once they get a little bit closer, I will then get these 3 to join that line. But for right now, they can continue with the mortar shells. And probably around this stage, I will draft them up and have them come over here. So something like that. Medic can go there, and they should be somewhat spread out. Now, it looks like the Scythers are coming in first, followed by the Scorchers. Hopefully we can take out some of these Scythers before anything too terrible happens. Levi does also have a shield belt on at this stage. And we have a low shield as well if we want to use it. Okay. I thought that would give me an option of where to put it, but apparently it didn't. So I guess we are using the low shield. We may as well get everyone in that range. And then I guess we bring Levi out and see what we can't do with him with a little jump pad action. Let's wait a little bit, get this Scorcher, and start attacking here. So you attack there, that's fine. Yeah, I think I would like to grab your attention. Alright, seems like it's going okay for the moment. Levi did take a hit there from this Militar, but I think they'll be okay. 4 conditions need tending. And Levi is down. That's a little bit unfortunate. Thankfully, the Scorchers are targeting our turrets rather than us, so that's okay. Putting Levi out there might have been a bad idea, but they still have a pretty decent amount of life left, so I think that'll be alright. Looks like our shield did go down, which is a little bit unfortunate. I didn't actually want to place it, I just wanted to see how it worked, but I guess that's not always possible. Alright, at this point they don't really have the range to shoot there, so let's get these guys back inside. Just for the moment, as Ruben throws up a little bit. Alright, and now the others are coming in, but they should just get shot by our turrets. Still out of range. We definitely need to fix our killbox so that their range is a little bit limited here. We'll speed this up a little bit. They're going to start shooting at our turrets. I don't mind that so much. While they're doing that, let's grab Layfield and rescue Levi while it's clear, just to get them in and, you know, out of harm's way. These guys we might have to deal with a little bit more manually. I really don't want to bring them up here. We have no cover, so yeah, okay, here they come. Let's go ahead and get these guys back in here. As these guys come in, we should be able to do some decent work. Both sort of using that cover, which is a little bit frustrating, but doesn't look like they're getting very many good shots on us. Our auto turret is going to blow up. I don't know what the range of that explosion is, but I hope it doesn't hit us. It doesn't. Perfect. Looks like we positioned them beautifully. Alright. Let's get these guys down. Potentially what we could do is hide everyone back in here for a second. Wait for these guys to advance just that little bit further. Is Marchment Layfield dealing with Levi? Yeah, that looks like it's all been tended, so that's fine. Alright, that turret is blowing up as well, which is a little bit annoying. Let's see. Okay, one's coming forward, another is coming forward. This is the point where I want to bring everyone else out. And now they don't have any cover, and we should be able to take them down quite a lot quicker. We are taking a couple of hits, but that's okay. The last one should go down any second now, and there we go. Alright, that is all dealt with. The only thing that's left to deal with are all of this, but that should be pretty easy using some smoke. The only other problem is this is going to continually generate mechs, so we sort of need to do this sooner rather than later. How are we looking? You're fine. You're fine. Okay. Let's get medic. That's... Oh, we actually have 3 charged rifles in here. I did not realize that. Let's quickly go ahead and equip them. So for right now, let's undraft everyone. Let's get you upgraded to a charge rifle. You upgraded. No, you already have a charge rifle. That's fine. But I think this is better, right? This is excellent. This is only good. So yeah, you can have that. And then I need someone to man the smoke launcher, and that can honestly be Layfield for now. I think that'll be fine. Everyone go ahead and do that. You guys should be undrafted, please. We'll watch this tab, make sure everything gets equipped, and then we'll head down there and deal with all of this. All right, perfect. Let's grab you guys. Levi can stay in bed. I think that's fine. Let's get you guys drafted up. Do we have a mech birthed yet? I don't believe we do. No, I can't see one. Perfect. All right, let's get these guys down here. Lancer gestation completes in 0.3 days, so if we could take that out before that happens, that would be fantastic. March went's a little bit slow here, but that's all right. All right, let's get everyone down here. They're going to lock on while we walk past, but that's okay. Okay, medic got set on fire. That's a little bit unfortunate. Medic, can you come down here, please? Put yourself out. Come down here. All right. 0.3 days still. That's fine. Let's get Layfield to come right up to here, and we will say shoot smoke in, I guess this area is fine. Once that's done, we can get these guys to come in. Well, that's not exactly how I wanted that to look. You go there, you go there, you go there, you go there, and Layfield can come at the back and continue shooting smoke to here. This shouldn't allow any of those turrets to lock on. We can start targeting this and try and get this down before it gestates another mech. That's the plan, and then we'll take out the other turrets. These guys currently can't see, but that's fine. There we go. That is now down, and we can start shooting at these other ones. It'll take a little bit, but there we go. That is all down. Everyone can now come in. And medic, no. Layfield, you can now be undrafted. Your smoke launcher is no longer necessary. Let's get the other 4, which I believe is those. Is Buns here as well? Oh yeah. Yeah, okay. Who have I got? Why do I only have... Where's the other... Oh, Ruben's all the way up here. Okay, Ruben, you can be undrafted as well. That's fine. So Marchment, Medic, and Ilarius and Buns can all start shooting at that. Should go down momentarily. We'll clean up the rest of this and we'll go from there. Alright, I've quickly just drafted Marchment here so I can see the range on this charge rifle. And it looks like I want to maybe bring this back by 1. So let's deconstruct all of that, mine that up, and then we can have our wall go across somewhere here, probably. Something like that. Even 1 down would probably be better. Let's get rid of those. Let's get this wall in there, and we can make it 2 wide. Like so. We'll have a path coming in this way. And then I think I would also like to make it so that they come out in the middle rather than anywhere else. So let me figure this out with bridges real quick. If we grab heavy bridges made out of... What have we got? We've got a whole bunch of granite. All right. Heavy bridges made out of granite. We'll have walls there. This will probably come out a little bit further. Something like that, just to make sure that they're coming in here. And then we grab those bridges again, and we say that. Does that work? That should work, right? They'll be able to peek out around this corner, but they'll only be able to peek out behind one of them. And I think that will be good. I think that's what I'm going to do for now. And potentially add some more turrets into this side of the building as well, just to make this a little bit better. We should have the materials to remake all of this stuff, but that's the general plan for changing up this kill box. I could also add more traps to the entrance, but I honestly don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it even a little bit. I may go ahead and add more turrets in here though, just for fun. Just for fun. I think that's not a bad idea. All right, perfect. I will let them get on with that, and we'll come back once that's all done. Alright, so that is the basic layout that I was thinking of. They'll come in here, they'll enter somewhat towards the middle of this. They'll potentially hit this trap, they probably never will. They'll come down here, be shot by all of the turrets, potentially walk over these traps, and then come in. I just need to make sure I haul these things out of here, and that should be pretty much set and ready to go. Now, in terms of charge rifles, we have a spare 4 charge rifles at the moment. I'm not sure why we have so many. They are being made over here, right? Oh, I guess I said I wanted 4 spare. Okay, but that is officially done. We currently have 1,844 plasteel, 4,000 steel, 1,200 uranium. I reckon we can probably go ahead and allow all of this. And I think this ship will be built relatively quickly. Of course, after these are built, we will also need to throw in the cryo sleep vacuum chamber thingies. But that should be okay. In terms of how many pawns we currently have, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pawns that we need to take with us. I think that'll be pretty easy to do. Looks like this is all getting its components relatively quickly. The only thing that's holding us up a little bit is advanced components, but those are all currently being crafted. So I think we might be okay to get a lot of this ship done in a very short amount of time, which is honestly very, very exciting. We also have a trader coming in. They probably don't have too much worth buying, but we will go ahead and check nonetheless. What have you got? You've got some medicine? Sure, I'll take it. High explosive shell? Sure, I'll take it. You have another Zeus hammer, which I would absolutely love to have. Triple rocket launcher maybe would be worth it, but otherwise I don't really want any of that. It's going to cost us 3,221. I don't foresee us needing to buy too much more, but we can at the very least sell all of our rifles. Don't sell the charge rifles though, that would be a bad idea. And yeah, that should be just about it. let's go ahead and accept that. We have rare thrombos on the map as well. I don't think anyone has inspired taming. If they did, it would be buns that could do it, but they cannot. We can, of course, go ahead and say try and tame them anyway, which we may as well. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. This ship should come together relatively quickly. All right, this ship is coming together a lot faster than I expected. The literal only thing we're waiting for is advanced components, which may take more steel, if I'm being completely honest, because if we have a look at this, it requires 20 for that, 12 for that. We only have 467 left. It's going to be close. That is why I am mining this out in hopes to find just a little bit more without having to go too far away. I'll probably designate this large chunk up here to be mined as well. We have a solar flare going on at the moment. We did find some steel off map if we need to go and get it. And we have a raid coming in. They want to breach our walls. Let's have a quick look at where they are and what their situation is. All right, not too scary. They are a tribal clan, so honestly, this should go relatively easily. Let's get Nanan moved to the end because, you know, he's not really that helpful at the moment. Let's get everyone drafted up. Hoff can stay behind just because, you know, they don't have armor like the rest of us. And honestly, I think the play is to just come out here. Just come out here, deal with them head on. All they have is bows, which really shouldn't be able to touch us very much through our armor. Have a couple of breaching axes, which should go down relatively quickly. These guys seem to be wandering around behind for a while, so these breach guys are definitely going to be taken down very, very fast. Let's at the very least get our melee pawns right up the front. Everyone else can come in directly behind them. Something like that should be an absolutely fine way to do this. And we can start shooting. I honestly don't see this being an issue whatsoever, so I'm going to run this at 2 times speed. If they get a little bit too close for my liking, we may go ahead and slow it down a little bit more. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. All right, we have some people shooting at us, but honestly, they can't really touch us, let's be honest. You can go ahead and attack there. You, Ellie, you come down here. You come down here. Keep shooting. Okay, Ruben is now being attacked. Ueli, can you please attack there? And Ruben, can you move backwards? And they are now fleeing. Let's continue to shoot just to get as many down as we possibly can, just because, you know, it's the principle of the matter. And then we can go ahead and undraft absolutely everyone. We did take a little bit of damage, but honestly, nothing too serious. We didn't lose any limbs, so that's good. Let me just quickly do a limb check, make sure everyone still has all their limbs. It looks like they do. Awesome. We'll go ahead and unforbid all, and they can get back to what they were doing. Oh, we have some downed enemies. I mean, honestly, at this point, I probably don't want to take anyone, but I will just double check in case they're amazing. And no, they can just both bleed out to die. That's absolutely okay. We'll come back in a little bit. Ah, this is interesting. One of our mechanoids needs to be repaired, but Nanan is currently brain dead, so that's not going to happen. We're just going to have to live with the fact that they can't. And yeah, hope for the best. If we don't end up having that mechanator be a thing, then, you know, it is what it is. I'll turn on auto repair. I don't think anyone else can do it. I'm wondering, can I extract? No, I cannot. I can take Nanan to the biosculptor pod. Is there anything we can do here? Medic cycle, heal all fresh wounds, blood loss, and 1 random infectious disease. That's not going to help us at all. We could try a pleasure cycle, but I don't imagine that's going to do anything particularly worthwhile. The only thing we can do is wait for Glitter World medicine. So that is what it is. Poor Mad Rhinoceri. I think we'll be okay. Let's get everyone drafted, including Hoff this time. Let's start them in here, and then we'll grab all of our ranged units, put them in here. I honestly think these guys will get taken care of before we even get to that point, but just in case they don't, you know, we'll find out. Yeah, they're instantly going down with all of these turrets, all of our shooting. 1 trap, and there we go. Pretty easy. Let's go ahead and make sure they are finished off, just so that we don't have to worry about it. and then we can undraft everyone and go about our day. Now, I've been thinking about the final stages, and I think I would like a couple of uranium slug turrets on, you know, different parts of our map, like maybe like one there, definitely one up here, one over here, and one up here, just as a little bit of another defense for breaching raids and things like that. I think that's a generally good idea, but in order to do that, we are going to require more steel. So I think it is time to go over to the world map and have a look at what we have. So there's plasteel there and there. We have a lump of compacted steel here. That looks like it's going to be a very long journey. All this dark mountain here is unpassable if I am correct. So yeah, they're going to have to go around. That's a 4.1 day trip. That is a little bit rough. But there is, of course, another option. We could use transport pods, send our people out that way. The only problem with that is our people weigh a good amount, right? So we can only put maybe 2 people in per pod. Yeah, 138. I mean, that's not a bad idea. I think that is how we'll go about this. So let's set up another 2 transport pods here and get that going so that we can send everyone all at once. Nice and easy. And then we'll send everyone home the exact same way. So we're going to have to take some extra components. It's going to cost us a little bit more steel, but, you know, I think it's going to be worth it. Thankfully, we do still have 126 steel. I hope that's enough to get both of these built. 60, it's going to be close. So close. We don't quite have enough. That is rather unfortunate. I am curious whether or not there's much steel in here, so let's go ahead and designate this all to be mined. I'll make sure to leave at least a 2 wide gap around this whole thing so that we don't blow up. And then I might also light this up with floodlights to just minimize the chances of bugs coming out through it. So I'll get this designated to be mined and we'll come back in a little bit. Okay, so I didn't find steel in here yet, but I did just cancel some of these crypto sleep caskets because they currently all hold 120 steel each, so that should be more than enough. At this point, we can set up these launch groups. So I want Miranda and Dragon in one of these. I would like them to take as much chem fuel as they possibly can. Actually, as much as they can. I mean, yeah, probably. 238 in that one. That should be good. We'll accept that. And this one here is going to take Ueli and Matthew. That should be fine. We don't need any animals for this. They are going to take basically as many components as they can, which is 14. That should, in theory, be enough. And then this one is going to be just items. So let's go for a couple extra components. Let's send all of our components. That should be fine. Let's send chem fuel. Let's send, I don't know, a whole bunch more, just as much as we have. And then all of our packaged survival meals. Right? And that should be enough to get them through. I mean, we could also send them a little bit of medicine, just in case anything bad happens. Except that we'll wait for these to be loaded, and then we will launch everyone to that site. So let's just wait a little bit. I would like all of them to be done at once so I can send them all together. And that should be okay. How are we looking? Not ready for launch. That one's ready for launch. That one is ready for launch. Well, I guess we can wait on those a little bit. Let's get these 2 launched. And compacted steel is definitely the one that I want. Let's drop in center. That only launches one at a time, apparently. Let's just pause the game. We have an ambush. Let's go ahead and do the same thing. Zoom in and choose a spot. Let's go for there. And this one is still being loaded up, but that is absolutely okay. We've been ambushed by... You're already dead. Okay. I guess we dealt with that on our own, and that is absolutely fine with me. We'll allow that. You 2 can now be undrafted. This needs to be mined. We'll set up a couple of spots here. So double sleeping spot times 4. Oops. I mean, that's fine. It is what it is. And then we'll go into miscellaneous, and we will need... Let's go for another 3 pod launches just to get everyone... Actually, 2's probably enough, because we can send the people at the very end. And I think that'll be okay. these two can now get undrafted, and we can start working on mining this whole thing out. Perfect. And with that, we should, in theory, be able to say load everyone else back up, load as much chem fuel as we can, load the 3 remaining steel that we left behind, and send everyone back home that way. We'll launch that, send them there, and we'll watch as they arrive back home. Perfect. That is now a decent amount of steel left over, and we should be able to continue on with what we were doing. I may have to do that again, so I am going to allow the long-range mineral scanner for now, but I'm hoping that is the last one that we need. And Sting has become a child, which is very, very nice to see. They should be all set up pretty much from the get-go. We'll just make sure that they don't do childcare. These can all be assigned to priority level 4, and we'll go into their schedule and make sure they have recreation pretty much 24/7, and we'll assign them to the safe zone. Perfect. In terms of Hoff, they're doing pretty well. They're growth tier 4 already. They age up at 10. So we've still got another year left to go. Hopefully we can get to growth tier 6 or 7. The learning is currently going pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, let's continue on for a little bit longer. Alright, so we found some massive chunks of steel in this mountain over here, and I think now is as good a time as any to, well, firstly, assign the rest of these to be built, and we are going to have to make one more than we did before because Dragon is currently pregnant, so that's 8 there, 7 there. Together that makes 15, which should carry all of our people. And then the only thing I want to do after that is go ahead and grab some uranium slug turrets and place these around our base a little bit. I think having them on our wall is okay. They should get decent range, and I'm thinking we do something like that. This is going to struggle to hit anything over here, but I think it'll be okay. Let's go there, there, and there to cover that side. Let's get another 2 in over here, and another 2 in over here. Now that is a lot of slug turret, but I think that'll be okay. Let's also deconstruct some of these obstacles that are coming in here, and go ahead and set up some barricades. I will go ahead and make these with granite, just because we have plenty of it, and I will encase them just so they don't get hit quite as easily, and then we can let them build all of that up. And I think at that point, once the rest of those cryosleep caskets have been built, we should be pretty well prepared to deal with the final waves of enemies that come for us when we try and launch our ship. I probably will also send some people out here to clear some of this junk out. And you know what? Let's do that right now. Let's just grab all of the ranged people. They can come out here and we'll start shooting away at some of this junk because, you know, our enemies can hide behind it and I don't particularly want them to. Ilarius is rather slow. Miranda is taking their time, but they are coming through any second now. All right, let's start shooting at stuff and clearing it all out. Honestly, this shouldn't take too long, but I will speed through it. A mechanoid cluster has landed not far from final reach. There's an AMI dynamo machine there, which can disable electronic devices across the region, and there's a mech cluster. And it is right on the edge of where we need it. So I guess we've got to send a caravan out. Do we leave Hoff and Sting home, or do we bring them with us? I think I might leave Hoff, Sting, and Dragon at home and take everybody else. I think that's going to be the plan. So let's go ahead and send a caravan. It's going to be a day-long trip, so everybody except for Hoff, Sting, and Dragon, as Dragon is their parent, and they can continue building stuff while we are gone. I won't bother taking any animals with us. I don't think it's necessary. And then in terms of travel supplies, sure, we can take all that, but also take... actually, are we leaving enough meals at home? Probably not. Let's leave that, and then take an additional like 50 packaged survival meals just to be safe. We will take a whole bunch of medicine with us as well, and we can go ahead and send them on their way. Now, I will need to make sure that I update this caravan policy to include absolutely everyone except for Sting, Hoff, and Dragon. Dragon I'll leave on it because they do end up going on caravans every now and then, but for now, that should be fine. We'll get them off the map and deal with that cluster. Alright, let's see what we are dealing with here. Honestly, pretty decently easy raid to deal with. We have an auto-charge turret, a mech bertha, and that is about it. There's also a high shield here, so we can go ahead and make ourselves another shield core. Let's just go in. There's no turrets that we need to deal with, so that should be absolutely fine. I don't think there's a proximity activator. No, it's just a countdown. Honestly, this might be one of the easiest raids we've ever done. The main problem is going to be the auto-charge turret, but as long as we prioritize dealing with that first, we should be okay. Let's get everyone spread out so that we don't have any, fire going around our people. And then let's just all target the auto-charge turret. Levi and Ueli, you guys can stay here for the moment. And that is now down. We didn't take a single shot, and we can now start targeting this Scyther, I believe, yes. And we'll get our melee units to go ahead and start attacking them as well. Matthew, never mind. Everyone's good. Perfect. All right, let's get all of our ranged pawns. Bring them in. Oh, there's another one. I didn't see that. Where'd you come from? Are there any other enemies on the map? No, it's just that Scyther. Okay. That's fine. Everyone stay where you are and start shooting. And honestly, I don't see this Scyther lasting very long, but there we go. Now we can come in here, and I know that we could just, deconstruct that, but let's go ahead and shoot it anyway. It'll be fine. This shouldn't last very long, and it is about to blow up. Let's move everyone back. I think we took a little bit of damage from that, and then let's finally get everyone in here and take this down. Perfect. That is now all dealt with. I will go ahead and deconstruct all of these things, assuming that I have someone on that job, which I do. Perfect. Everyone can now be undrafted. They should go ahead and start deconstructing all of that. A little bit of plasteel. We should get a shield core in here as well. And that's good to go. Let's allow everything. Head back to the world map, reform the caravan, and head on home. With 4 components, 60 steel, 70 plasteel, and a shield core. Absolutely amazing. All right, head on home. Our power is back online. We've been ambushed by a group of 11 wasters. They want our Zeus hammer, a recon helmet, and Devil Strand pants that are legendary. I don't think I will do that. Let's go ahead and refuse and fight. What are we dealing with? All melee pawns. Honestly, these guys don't really stand much of a chance. Let's get everyone up here. Let's get our 2 melee pawns towards the front, somewhere like that, and take these guys out. We have so much more firepower than they do. I honestly don't see this being much of an issue. If they do get to us, we at the very least have some melee pawns that can go ahead and melee block, just like so. And yeah, they should flee at any second now. Do you regret your choices? That is my question to you. You're all dead. Perfect. Unforbid all, undraft everybody, world map, reform that caravan, head on home, and see what we've got. We could potentially capture you. You are honestly terrible, so never mind. But I will take the smoke leaf joints. I'm not going to take the yayo or the wake up because I don't want anyone to have a binge and, take them. Keep taking those things. Anything else that we particularly want? I mean, they have some stuff, but none of it's particularly worth much. I think I'll leave it at that. Just take what we brought with us. We'll take the extra simple fine meals and packaged survival meals with us, because free food is free food, and we'll take the extra medicine. Perfect. See you back at home. Just filled out the storage room a little bit because I noticed these were all getting full, but we do have an opportunity to grab our Emberclaw Clan pint glasses and hold ourselves a kindling day. Party has Oh, speech has ended, party is beginning, and fingers crossed, unforgettable Kindling Day. Everyone will get +8 mood for 6 days. Absolutely amazing. We've also found a little bit more steel, but honestly, I don't think we'll have too much of a problem because we still have 850 of it sitting up here and it hasn't all been mined yet. So yeah, I think we'll be okay. Once this is all mined, we'll see how much we actually have up here. Yeah, 893. I think that will do us. Most of our turrets are now built. These are all almost built as well. Apparently we unlocked fertility procedures. Amazing. And yeah, things are going very well so far. So well, in fact, that I'm a little bit terrified of what is to come next. All right, all of our turrets are finished, and I'm just thinking whether or not I should go ahead and add some barricades around these areas so that, you know, we can actually shoot at our enemies. If we go to this, we can add them in a line sort of like that. I'm thinking we do similar over here, right? At least we have some defenses if we have to go out and fight them manually. So I'm going to go ahead and go around and do exactly that. I don't know if this is a good idea, bad idea, whether or not these defenses will be used against us, but it seems to me that this is probably a decent idea. We just want to make sure that we're not too close to these turrets in case they do blow up, but honestly, that should be more than enough protection for us to try and deal with any potential raids that come in. All right, Dragon is in labor. They are already in the hospital because I think they just had a social fight with someone. That is okay by me. Let's get Buns to quickly... Okay, that's prioritized by the clean sweep, but that'll be okay. I guess we just gather for childbirth. This is only 82%. I imagine that's mostly due to Dragon's age. Hit begin. And we have another healthy baby born. Absolutely fantastic. I've already spun my wheel while I was waiting for that, and this is going to be Anders Osthus. Welcome back to the clan. Thank you for supporting the channel as a Golden Panda member or above. I would say join the channel as a Golden Panda member or above if you'd like your name in the game. But honestly, I think that might be the last addition to this clan. Please do go ahead and join as a Golden Panda member if you would like your name in future games. But for right now, probably not getting in this one. Absolutely amazing. Let's just double check that Anders Osthus here is being fed by Levi as well with urgent, and call that good. We are currently waiting on a little bit of construction down here, and then we officially have a fully functional ship. All of our defenses are mostly built. I'll wait for this before we start anything particularly important. But yeah, it's going good. And just in case we didn't have enough steel, we did find another deposit over here. So we're now sitting on 1400 steel, 432 plasteel, and we are looking very, very good for the final stages of this game. And Hoff has reached the biological age of 10. We get 3 skills for Hoff to increase their passion for. I would like that to be cooking, crafting, and let's go for medical. We don't have that many medics as of yet. And honestly, fast walker, absolutely. There's no other option in my mind. Beautiful and kind are both good, but there you go. Hoff is now 10 years old. We will go ahead and just make sure their schedule and work is all correct. I would, now that they have a little bit of passion for cooking, like to set them to priority 3 on cooking. I'll lower the priority on everyone else so that that is prioritized by you. You can also now please do crafting if you would like to. Skill is already at 11, so you're more than welcome to go ahead and do that. Let's actually make that, well, priority 3 is fine. If we can get another cook, that would be good because, wow, I mean, is it really going to matter at this point? Is it really going to matter? Honestly, we're just waiting for the last few pieces to go in over here, and then we can start our ship. Oh no, I forgot to set Sting. to not take drugs. You don't have drugs. Nanan can still have drugs. Sting, you're gonna be a little bit sore for a while here. Yeah, you're high on psychite tea. You've been drinking. Whoops, that's my bad. Well, kids, don't do drugs. That is the final piece though, so I think the only thing left to do is go ahead and connect our ship to the power grid, and we can go ahead and start the launch. I actually don't know if this needs to be connected to the power grid, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's just quickly check the launch report. No full crypto sleep caskets, that's fine. Start ship. This process will take about 15 days, and the energy signature will be detectable from a long distance away. This sort of energy signature indicates interstellar flight capability and will attract gangs of desperate raiders and swarms of deadly mechanoids. You'll be assaulted with an intensity you've never seen. Make sure your defenses are prepared first. Before we do that, is it worth making an ally out of everyone? Specifically, the Shattered Empire can definitely help us with fights a little bit. I think maybe yes. Okay, let's do that first. In this pod, I would like anything of value. How much are animals worth? Because honestly, we don't really need these bison anymore. They are heavy, but they're worth a decent amount of money, right? I mean, we just can't pack all that many into these. Let's cancel that. Let's instead select all of them. Launch group 3. Sort by market value. Scroll all of the way to the bottom, and we can see what we've got. We can probably spare some of our locust armor. We will make more, and that's just honestly an easy thing to do. Charge rifle, good. I will give you one of them. Masterwork uranium mace, sure, you can have it. Recon helmets are particularly cheap. Let's go ahead and give them both of those. Other than that, I mean, all of this kid stuff, right, can absolutely just go. Anything not made out of the Devil Strand, Masterwork plain leather kid shirt, absolutely. I'd like to keep all of that. They can go, that can go. Your low quality, low durability, they can both go. You can go, that can go, that can go. I think that's a pretty decent amount of money that we've just launched into these pods. But is there anything else we can send? Absolutely, we can send 168 beer. You guys will love that. Constructoids, I don't think have monetary value, so that's probably not going to be worth doing. We can absolutely send them all of our gold. I don't think we need any, but I'll save 100 just in case we do. Psychite tea, sure, let's give them like 75 of that. Herbal medicine, we have 300, let's go for 150. Plasteel uranium, I want to keep all of that. Devil Strand, 600, sure. This is going to take 2 pods at this point. We can send the Jade. Hemogen packs, we probably don't need 57 of them. Let's send them like 25. Leather, bison wool, camel hide, plain leather can also absolutely go. And then the one thing that we have so much of is corn. So let's send them, let's try to send them, what is that? 73 kilos of corn. What's 1,000? Okay, more than that. 3,000? Nope, that's too many. 2,500. Close. 2,400. Good enough for me. We'll accept that. See what that looks like. Hopefully they only load this into 2 of them rather than 3. Yeah, perfect. I think that's how that worked. And we have enemies on the map. What are these guys doing? They're attacking immediately. Looks like it's the tribal clan though, so honestly this shouldn't be too bad. How are these going? This is still loading, and that has nothing in it. Okay. For now, let's get everyone drafted except for our kids. Actually, let's do the melee pawns first, get them set up in there. Dragon, why are you not carrying a weapon? Dragon, you should please have a Zeus hammer. I don't know why you're not. And then everyone else can be drafted and thrown into our kill box. I assume this will be fine. Now, here's the thing that I didn't think about. They may start attacking these. I hope not too many of them do, but it looks like, yeah, they will. Okay, I did not think about that. They will probably destroy them. Dragon, can you please be drafted and go in here? I mean, the double wall should help, but some of our uranium turrets may explode in this process. This seems to be going rather well, though. No one's really standing much of a chance. An emu apparently was attacked in that process. It's not going to last very long. Yeah, they're all burning that. That's unfortunate. Okay, that's going to blow up. Thankfully, it didn't destroy our walls. That didn't destroy our walls. They should now all come inside. I hope. Oh, you're trying to get in, but you're fleeing. Okay, that's fine. I forgot to assign the mechs to not go outside. It is what it is. We're not really using the mechs at this point anyway, so yeah. Alright, everyone should now be leaving. You're down. Let's go ahead and undraft everyone and fix up that carnage. I am a little bit sad that some of our mechs died, but it'll be okay. We still have clean sweepers, which is mainly what I wanted anyway, and that should be okay. Okay, I definitely overloaded this cargo pod, but we can absolutely give it to the Shattered Empire for 120 reputation. I am okay with that. I don't think I'm going to bother making allies with anyone else. It honestly doesn't seem worth it. I'm not too scared about these guys raiding me at all. I mean, we could send another one to these guys, but I'm going to need so much more stuff, so I don't think that is going to happen. I think instead, I am going to call the episode here, and we will start the ship at the start of the very next episode. If you guys are enjoying the series, make sure to go ahead and leave a like and a comment for the sake of engagement. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Consider becoming a Golden Panda member if you would like your name in any of the games that I play, or becoming a regular member to just get early access to all of the videos. But until next time, happy building, happy surviving. Bye guys.